Good afternoon, my name's Terrell Henry, and this is my video reaction over collapse of the ocean. So the video first gets to talking about how the narrator, Joshua Jackson, I believe was his name, he and his family were always, they'd always visit the ocean. He talked about how the ocean was all he knew and how he never seen the ocean as changing. However, Joshua found out that the ocean is actually in danger. The ocean's in danger simply because of the fact of coral reefs dying, shellfish dying, and this is all from ocean acidification, I believe, if I'm saying that right. So overall, ocean certification is whenever the water is becoming more acid, not acid as to where for us humans, if we stick our hand into the water, like it would melt or something like that, but it is becoming more acid than what it was, and that is what's killing these coral reefs and killing these shellfish. So obviously everyone wants to know the main cause of our ocean becoming more having more acid in it, and of course it's from climate change, and overall it is from us humans putting in more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, which the which the ocean surface is taken in, and it is changing, and these coral reefs and shellfish, they just can't adapt to it. And not only are we we're not only killing these shellfish and coral reefs, but we are also hurting populations in different places, populations where they depend heavily on fishing, heavily on coral reefs. Like in the video, I talked about example of the Philippines. The Philippines is one of the world's most, it uses coral reefs. It's what keeps its country going. And it talked about how the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, and a couple other places, they all have a population of roughly around 384 million people. And the reason why that number is so important is because with all of this losing of the coral reefs, those people, that land is probably not going to be usable, and those people are going to have to migrate. So trying to migrate and find places for 384 million people is going to be hard enough. So with the ocean obviously coming from climate change, most people don't know that 90% of global warming actually goes straight to the ocean, and that's why we're seeing such changes in the water temperature, is because it's getting most of the global warming effect. And an example he used in the video was how he, running his car engine, and that gas goes up into the atmosphere, and actually that carbon dioxide that is released into the atmosphere, it's all going into the ocean, no matter where you live. So whenever they were talking about the coral reefs, coral reefs are something that here in Kentucky we're not thinking about. However, like I said, in the Philippines, that's something they heavily rely on. So some people might not think it's important, but even if your economy is not built off coral reefs is it is something that some sea animals eat, and it keeps them going. So if you're a place that relies on fishing, the disappearance of coral reefs would have an effect on you as well. So in the research, they believe that in, I think it was 35 years, at the pace we're on right now, that coral reefs will be completely extinct. And with coral reefs being completely extinct, overall people are going to suffer. So interview with other people, Joshua Jackson talked about how he talked with a Filipinian woman who talked about how she had to how she believes that there still is hope, and from 20 to 30 years now, people look at it as in 20 to 30 years is a long time and we can wait for change. However, for our kids to be able to still know what coral reefs look like, the change has to start right now.